All right,
All right.
Alexis is ready. I'm ready. Do you want to just kind of give a little introduction, and then Logan can give us a countdown, and I'll mute?
Yeah. All right. Hi, everybody who's in chat. Welcome, welcome. We are here doing an all levels Shadow Showdown race between EarllGray and AlexisDR here, and this is the first time I've done anything like this uh, on my stream, so it's kind of new territory all around. But I hope you all enjoy this. Uh, and right now we have audio from Alexis's side, but I'll change up the audio whenever. Hello, hello. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'm not going to try. But please let me know in chat if there are any video or audio issues, and I will try my best to fix them. Just install. Awesome. Um, but yeah, welcome, welcome, and thank you everybody for coming by. Um,
Real quick, Rose, before we get started, can your chat hear me?
can your chat? Can you guys hear um, Logan?
Hello,
Yes, you
hello,
can.
everyone.
Yes, they can. They
Alrighty,
can hear you just fine. Awesome.
cool, cool.
Can hear the Logan.
All right. Rose, feel
Is
free
it,
to let everyone know when the countdown will start, and I will get it going in Discord.
the race is just for fun. Just and we're doing they're doing this as like a kind of a submission thing for a marathon. So kind of a multi-stage thing.
I want to
So
interject real quick. I know I'm supposed to be muted, but I just wanted to remind. I don't know if you. I didn't do it, but Rose, if you just post in the Fairly Odd Parents discords as well, I'm sure some of those people who might not follow us would probably be down to watch.
yeah, I think I posted in the FOBS Discord already.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just thought about it, and I was like, oops. All right, I'll mute, and then we can get started
Yeah,
whenever y'all are ready.
let me just post that in the other one. Race time. Cool. All right, so whenever you guys are ready, we can do a countdown.
Yeah, if we could just get a final confirmation from both runners in chat, then I will start the countdown.
Let's.
Alrighty,
Yep. Is that? Are we good?
we are good. Two,
2,
one,
1, go!
go.
All right.
Alrighty, looks like we're off.
All right. So right now we start off by going into the tutorial. It's a mostly just kind of a playable cutscene here, uh, where we just kind of it's kind of just learning the mechanics of the game. So we just kind of learn how to jump, how to catch wish stars, how to use wishes in this level. It's nothing too simple. It's just this level is all optimized movement and hoping that the slingshot wish doesn't screw you over. Uh,
Oh, we got some nice corner skips from EarllGray.
yeah. So what both runners are going to try here is early wish star. Neither of them got it. Unfortunate. If you pause and skip the scene at the right time from the right angle, you can actually get that star to spawn where it doesn't move, so you can catch it immediately.
Hmm.
Um,
Looks like it didn't hurt either runner too bad though.
no, it doesn't waste too much time. So, like I said, it's just kind of more of a playable cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Here we skip a bunch of cutscenes while we wait for the wish stuff to happen. Now the slingshot wish can be very annoying sometimes in how it angles. So
Mm-hmm. We'll see both runners shooting multiple shots on those angles just to make sure that they're getting the targets.
Earl is actually running on physical hardware. Alexis is only running on emulator because that's the only way that she can record it. Same reason why I run it on emulator. Uh,
Ooh, a bad miss on that star from Earl. They're having to chase the star around.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, but it's all
Ooh.
right. I know he can, or they can come back from it.
Yeah, they had a nice little save there. They went for a dive and almost fell off, but they grabbed the edge.
Yep. And
Good.
Alexis up here is coming up on a skip which I named. It's called Moose Skip, where we kind of just jump up here on top of the sign and jump across this gap, so you don't have to go around and do a whole puzzle thing with your wish here.
Yeah, it was very well executed.
Yeah, Earl's about to do the same thing. It's a pretty simple skip. And as Alexis comes up here, skips a cutscene, we're gonna do gate skip, which skips the entire rest of Fairy World, where we just kind of jump up on
Yeah.
this house, jump over this wall, and we can get up behind the gate. And now it looks like
On
you're
that
gonna fall
bridge,
into
on the
the
invisible bridge.
yeah, it looks like you're gonna fall in, but there's actually supposed to be a bridge there, and the collision's always there, so we can just kind of run
Mm-hmm.
across. Now both runs are gonna try and go for quint skip here, which is basically a way to skip the cutscene on one of the first two frames in order to skip the entire cutscene, and Quince becomes invisible. Alexis does not get it. Let's see if we can get Earl to get the skip. They both kind of go over to this little line here where they get the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Earl got it. Awesome. So
Nice.
I'm gonna real quick change audio here. Uh,
So you're really seeing the time save that Earl was able to get here. We see
yes.
Alexis still stuck in all that dialogue, but they're finally out of it.
Yeah. So you notice on Earl's side, Quince is actually invisible because when you get Quince skip, Quince doesn't actually spawn, but his all his hitboxes are still there. So
Mm-hmm.
and you can see Earl get the quick bounce there. You can jump and instantly pound the switch from at certain times. All
Mm-hmm.
right, and then that's it for the Fairy World level. Uh,
Yeah.
um, while Alexis finishes up here, Earl's gonna just skip a bunch of cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where we're going to see our routes diverge a tiny bit because Earl goes for Take It on a Chin first, similar to myself, and then Alexis is going to go for Dad's Dream first. You can go for either first. It doesn't really matter which one. It's just Dad's Dream has some different difficult skips in it, so a lot of people go for that first.
And is that just through habit of practice when people, if they don't get those, they just want to reset, so they
Yeah,
want to do it
exactly.
earlier?
Exactly.
Okay.
So we actually have two different levels going on right now. So we've got Alexis in Dad's Dream. Earl's gonna do Take It on a Chin here. And yeah, there is a cutscene skip button, but not for every cutscene. It's weird. Um, it's like the game isn't really sure what it wants to do. And also, Earl here got Quick Start 2, Electric Boogaloo. Um, which is just a funny name for really optimized movement
Mm-hmm.
to get that star a
You know,
little bit faster than just following it along the tops of the cars.
right.
And
Kind of
Earl here is
leading it
using one
along
of
its
our
path.
first glitches, real glitches in the run, which is the infinite hover, where if you
Yeah.
activate the wish on the same frame
Oh.
as the wish inventory, um, you can hover across. And Alexis here is doing dad skip on the right. Um, where you kind of just jump across a bunch of collision to make your way to an area level. There's no real reason why they play different levels other than just what they're comfortable with. Early here's going to try for the glider climb, and it sounds like he got it. They got it, which is a frame perfect trick. If you start the glider on the first frame of of certain cutscenes, you can actually get the glider to go up in the air and get height during the cutscene. which is really interesting. There are two other places where they're gonna try and go for it. Ooh, and Alexis got the reverse suit skip there. Not a lot of people tend to get that. I've only gotten that I think twice myself, so that's really nice to see. And Alexis is going around getting two wishes at once because since we skipped the first wish the first time, you don't get any cutscene or dialogue for the first wish. It just kind of appears in your inventory once you get all the stars.
And despite having some problems on one of the hovers, it looks like Earl was still able to get things on that first cycle, which is good.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you have to wait for that platform for a really long time.
Yep, and Alexis just got the second wish in Dad's dream and is going for lamp skip, where you kind of it's just another part of way to just skip good chunk of Dad's dream. You don't have to do this entire third of the level just by jumping up on this lamp and up into the area. And Earl got the second glider climb in a row. This is
Wow.
awesome. Awesome to see.
Yeah, they've worked pretty hard on Take It to the Chin. I would say it's definitely the level that they've labbed the most, and so it's nice to actually see that pay off in a race.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
no
he's
need
gonna go.
for the infinite cover.
Earl's gonna go here. They're gonna go for early Olga, which is you can kind of just barely get around a cutscene trigger. The cutscene actually is starting to happen. The trigger's still there. And then Earl's gonna, as soon as this part of the cutscene ends, Earl's gonna go for another glider climb. Let's see if they can get it. It doesn't look like they got the third one, but that's all right. They got the first two, which is still really good. So Earl's gonna have to do Olga in the more traditional, I'm using air quotes here, way, because we still do some neat skips in this. So
slightly more developer intended.
I don't know about that.
Slightly.
So Earl's gonna pull out the poker here, jump up on some collision that we can't see. There is collision there, and there is actually physical object there. It's just from that angle with the camera, it disappears from view, and then jump up here off some very small places where you can jump up, and you hit the last button on Olga first. Now, the reason we hit the last button first is not because it instantly finishes the fight. It's because it actually causes a little less cutscenes to happen, and also it's a little bit faster. So Alexis is going to try and skip a suit over here. Didn't get it first try. That's right. That suit can be really finicky. A lot of runners hate this suit here. While Earl is just kind of finishing up pressing all the buttons in Olga.
And one of the things that if you've never played this game, especially if you've never ran this game before, is the camera in these old THQ games is so finicky. So getting that camera to cooperate while you're doing these jumps on invisible objects with collision is very complicated. So nice movement from our runners here.
Now Alexis is going to go on top of this wall here to get across to the final lever here in order to go to the auto scroller and then beat the boss for the level, while Earl jumps into the very same level.
Yeah, cleaning up Olga.
I'm going to leave the audio on Earl here, just so that way we don't hear the same level again.
That's fair.
But yeah, Alexis is jumping into the auto scroller. Now there's used to be 2 auto scrollers in all levels, but we recently, with a new trick discovery, we can skip the second one, which is really nice.
Auto scrollers, the bane of most speedrunners' existence.
It's just break time.
Yeah, give your hands a little break.
All right, so Earl here is going to go for the first suit skip, which is pretty simple. Just kind of run around the edge so you can stay just out of the suit's reach. And then gonna go for dad skip as well. So we jump on the pipe. And jump on this collision here on the wall, which is really kind of finicky to get up on. And then jump ever so slightly on the edge of the collision. If you go too far to the left or right, you will fall off the collision and have to do the whole thing again, which is very annoying. And first try dad skip is great.
Nice. Yeah, the angles are very odd in this game. It looks like you should be falling when really you can stand on it. And we see Alexis clean up that little auto scroller / gummy ship section.
Yeah. And Alexis is
Love to
gonna
see
go
gummy
into the
ship in other
boss.
games. Do we love to see gummy ship in other games? I love to see gummy ship in other games. So are there any
Almost
particular
got.
strats for the boss here for Alexis or no?
Not really. It's just kind of make sure you get enough damage on the boss so that way you only have to do 3 cycles. Because if you wait too long, the boss will stand back up, and you'll have to finish out the health bar on another cycle.
Okay, so really just about taking advantage of those windows of damage.
Yes, exactly. So Earl actually missed that second purple star, so went to go get the third one and come back for the second one. Doesn't lose
All right,
too much time. Yeah.
No, I think the
While
Quince
Alexis
skip is
finishes
still.
up the boss fight there.
Yeah, I think the Quince skip really gave some good buffer time for Earl there.
Yeah.
But they can't eat it all up.
Yeah. Quinn skip saves roughly a minute. So. And now Alexis is jumping in to take it on a chin. So.
Oh, we see Earl struggling here with this little skip on the lamp post.
Yeah,
But they got it.
the
They
lamp is
cleaned it up.
really annoying. The collision is like a slippery collision, so it causes you to slide off because you're not technically supposed to be up there. So you have to spam the jump button, more or less. As far as history from the game, not that I really know of. I do know that this is the better of the 2 GameCube generation Fairly Odd Parents games for speedrunning at least.
Oh yeah.
The other one's a fun casual experience, but not so much for speedrunning. I prefer the other one casually, but.
I mean, it's the same way with I feel like a lot of THQ games, even with SpongeBob, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So Earl's going around to get the final wish here, the klaxon. And you know it causes you to it lets you wake up sleeping toolboxes and benches to get some extra height and distance with your jumps.
Okay, so we saw some good infinite hover from Alexis there to get them to the next section of this level.
Yep. Now Alexis is gonna go for the first glider climb as well, but she actually uses a different setup than Earl. So she goes up here and pogos over the cutscene trigger instead of gliding over it like Earl does. So she's gonna try and go for the glider climb here. All right, and it's also good to see that neither of the runners got the crash that you can get in Dad's Dream. Looks like Alexis got the glider climb as well, which is really good to see.
Yeah.
I've never been able to get the glider climb even with save states. Like. And Earl's gonna go right into the onto the lever, same as Alexis did earlier, and go into the auto scroller. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Thankfully, it's really easy to get back up there and try again. Just loses a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right. Looks like they cleared it up there.
Yeah.
A quick little hover here from Alexis. Oh, who opts to just go straight ahead and not cut that corner. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not too much of a difference. I actually
Mm-mm.
tend to go all the way to the respawn trigger for safety because I don't trust myself. See if Alexis can get the glider climb. It does not look like she got the second one, so she's
No.
gonna have to pogo up there again,
Yep.
which is fine.
All right, we see Earl over on the gummy ship section, taking a little
Yep.
break.
And you notice Earl's actually playing
Oh.
as Wanda, whereas Alexis played as Cosmo. So you know,
Mm-hmm. Is
Earl
that just
actually,
an aesthetic thing?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. And we saw a little fall there on the fan section from Alexis, but she was able to clean it up.
Yep. Let's see if Alexis can go for the glider climb as well in this section. Uh,
A little
uh,
preemptive on that
yeah,
there.
messed up on the setup a little bit, but there we go. We got early Olga.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now let's see if they can get that climb.
Yep. As soon as the second part of this cutscene starts is when you're able to get it. So she's probably sitting there spamming her
Mm-hmm.
controller trying to get it on exactly frame perfect because that is what the glider climb is. You can only do it on one frame.
Mm. So
It doesn't look like
precise.
it doesn't look like she got it either, but that's okay. That is the hardest glider climb to get out of all three of them, I think.
Yeah,
Is
Earl
what
didn't
is
get it either, and we've seen some mistakes from Earl, and so it looks like they're probably a little evening up a little bit more since Quint skip
yeah.
or Invisible Quint.
Yeah. Quint skip, invisible quints, whichever one. We most of us call it quint skip. Yeah. Even though we don't actually skip quints, we just skip him spawning. So I guess, you know.
Right. Also, yeah, please excuse my awful commentary, everybody here. I do not run this game. I have played this game before,
Yeah.
but
Alexa is actually
I'm
doing
here.
a different version of what I like to call reverse Olga here, which is the old way of doing it before Earl found the other way of doing it. The time is not too much slower, but it is a little bit easier to do the movement for that. So
Which, well, I feel like while you're doing Olga, that is very worth it because you are walking around on all these catwalks, and so any little error or mistake, the time really compounds. So
yes, yes.
yeah, taking a safe route is not a bad option.
There's been so many times where I've gone for the faster route and then fallen. Oh, just like that. Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Oh,
But that's all right. There is a respawn point in front of every single
yep.
button, so
Okay,
not
I was just
not
about to
not
ask.
not too bad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and Earl finishes the fight with the robot just as
Mm-hmm.
Lexus is getting towards the end of Olga, and we're both gonna start heading into get a clue. So this is the spoopy ghost level.
Yes, the spoopy poopy ghost. Yes.
Probably my favorite level aesthetically in this game. Um,
Which, let's just say it, this game has some great aesthetics to it.
hmm This
Despite
level
coming
and
from
Vicky
that
Strikes
weird
Back are my
era,
two favorite. Uh,
despite coming from that weird 3D era,
hmm
this game definitely has some looks to it.
Yeah, this was a PS2 and GameCube game.
Hmm.
Big part of my childhood.
Oh yeah, same for Earl and I. All
Yeah.
those all those early Nickelodeon, GameCube and PS2.
All right. Earl's gonna push this box here, not all the way because you can just barely make that jump there with enough speed. Um, and then
Nice.
jump up to the star on the clock.
Looks like
Oh,
both
that's
runners are about
unfortunate.
within. Looks like both runners are roughly within about 30 seconds of each other right now.
The run for all levels can take anywhere from uh, 45 to 55 minutes depending on the runner.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I was just saying that things are close.
yeah. I was answering a question in chat.
Oh, my bad.
uh,
Yeah, sorry. I do not have access to chat, so that is all going to be run through Rose. So Rose,
yes.
she'll be able to answer all of your questions, comments, and concerns.
Yes, that's me.
Hmm. I'll try to be nice so they don't throw their ire your way.
And they're both on the uh, button section here.
Hmm.
I think Earl missed a button and didn't realize, so that's gonna lose some time.
Oh.
That's all right, as Alexis gets the star and moves on towards the uh, end of this section. Now, this is where the routes are going to diverge just slightly again. Alexis is going to do pit skip, whereas I believe Earl is going to attempt um, at the out of bounds strat. They are comparable in terms of how fast they are, um, but it's just a matter of what the runner's comfortable with.
Hmm.
So Alexis flips the level back over here, gets in position to just be able to skip the cutscene and go right back into the pit. As Earl goes in to set up the out of bounds.
Oh, looks like Lexus was able to get that.
Yep.
Nice.
As Earl jumps into the out of bounds trigger and is now on the bottom of the level.
Wow. Jeez.
It looks really freaky. And
Hmm.
you got to be very careful because if you fall forever. So
Yes.
I believe Earl has made a safety save in that eventuality.
Hmm.
As Alexis gets ready to jump into the boss room. Runners are, again, really, really close. Alexis is
Hmm.
just a tiny bit ahead because of
The button dilemma.
the button dilemma, yeah.
The great button
Earl
dilemma
Earl
of
missed the
2020.
jump there, but didn't fall into the void, so that's all right. Can try again very easily. And we have to kind of hit a trigger here, and then we have to go around and hit another trigger over here.
Looks like Earl was able to get it that time.
I think so. Looking up just to make sure that the boss room is spawned, and now we're on top of this boss room and can jump in through the side, which for some reason doesn't have collision yet. And now they're both in the boss fight.
All right.
This boss fight's pretty simple. Just put the boss over the box, wait for them to disappear, and then flip the room. Get in the box to crush them on the way down.
A classic gimmick.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and switch audio again.
All right, Alexis able to get that second box hit. As they avoid all of this lightning coming at them.
Yeah, it's really easy to avoid the lightning. You just jump twice and
Hmm.
it goes over you. Because the hitbox it just goes along the ground. It's not actually the entire lightning bolt itself, I don't believe.
Oh, and unfortunately, Earl did not get the damage on that box. It looked really close, but
Yeah, the box can be a little finicky sometimes.
all right. And Alexis finishes it off.
Yep. And is going to run into the next level. I believe they are both going to go into the same level next. This is another situation where you can pick either level. It doesn't really matter. Uh, Looks like Alexis is going into Vicky Strikes Back first. Okay. This is the level that myself and Earl have been routing intensely since we found some new stuff.
Cool.
So we've shaved the time down for this level on average by about 2 minutes just from optimizations. And
Are you
actually,
two the only runners who use these new strats, or are we going to
uh,
be seeing those from Alexis as well?
I am unsure. I have not seen any runs by Alexis in a while, so
Okay.
we'll see. This first room is the same for every runner. Just kind of go off to the left here, teleport up to the next floor, and get the star.
All right, we see Earl finishing it off. Let's see if they also go to Vicky Strikes Back.
Yep. And as Earl falls on top of that star, you really want to fall on that star and not have to chase that star, because if you do, it is
Right.
very annoying.
Yep, it looks like we will also be seeing Vicky Strikes Back from Earl as well.
Yep. Now this is our jetpack, which is has a similar trick to it as
As the hover.
the glider. So if you activate it on the same frame as opening the inventory, you can hover infinitely. So
Wow,
we're
what
gonna
a
see.
beautiful coincidence.
Except this one will give you infinite height. So
Ooh.
and it looks like Alexis is going to be going for the new strats. So just kind of hover over here with the infinite hover.
So I'm
Uh,
assuming that there is no collision on that invisible bridge. That you actually do need to hover over it.
the collision only activates when you have a certain wish. Uh,
Ah.
and we don't have that wish yet because it's faster to get that wish later. Uh, Same with these next three rooms. Because the platforms are only there if you have the wish. You'll see those platforms when we get to the boss fight. Um, as Alexis hovers over to get the first green star.
All
One
right.
thing
Another
to
hover from
note,
Alexis.
one thing to note is that if you take damage while using the jetpack to infinite hover by one of the lasers or one of the bombs, it will crash your game. Uh,
Oh,
a
that does
couple
not
runner.
happen with glider, correct?
No, it does not. I don't. It does
You
not.
just you
Which
just
is
fall and take damage.
yeah.
Wow. So the stakes are a little higher this time around.
Yeah, it's not too easy to avoid, but if you take damage, you're. Is there a difference in glitches between emulator and real console? Glitches, no. Um, the only thing is that because this game is not super optimized, um, it tends to get a bit of a speed up on emulator at some points, which is why certain timings for the any percent are not allowed. Uh, and Alexis is using the pinball to get the final wish, the gamma suit. It's a little bit faster than jetpacking across those platforms, but the timing is a bit harder.
Mm-hmm. Looks like some of the faster movement we see in this game in general.
Yes, it is the fastest movement you can get in this game.
Okay, cool. I thought so. Did not want to speak on.
Yes, it is faster than sprinting with the the extra big boots. Uh,
Yes. Okay.
and we go up to get the final purple star here. To get the gamma suit, which is what's going to allow us to see those platforms. And jump back into pinball again to jump across these platforms instead of whooshing with the jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And use the jetpack to hover up to the star faster than actually taking the platforming challenge that you have in this area. This level was probably my favorite casually, just because of all the platforming that you have to
Yep.
do.
The soundtrack, the platforming, the aesthetic. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think this is definitely probably a casual favorite, if I had to guess.
Yes. And now we have the gamma suit on Alexis's end, and now she is going to do the final skip, which is going to look really kind of crazy, um, as she just kind of hovers all the way up to the ceiling and through it. And
Oh,
you can actually see part of the level over there. That is our destination. In order to skip doing some puzzles with the pinball in order to open up the final area and then having to do the auto scroller, we can actually get into the boss trigger with this glitch here. Um, Now the old strats were we just used this glitch in order to get over there without having to do the puzzles, but we still had to do the auto scroller. But we recently found a way to skip the auto scroller as well, which is really nice. Shaved off
nice.
an additional minute. So
Hmm. And we saw some platforming troubles from Earl there in pinball mode. Because like we said earlier, this is the fastest movement in the game. Um,
it's very
our runners
precise as
here,
well.
our runners here are adjusted for a specific type of speed and movement, and the pinball pretty much changes all of that. It really has its own unique kind of movement to it, which can make those platforming sections even more difficult.
Yeah. And as Earl gets the final star and kind of jumps down to go back and do the same skip that Alexis is doing now. So they're
Hmm.
not too far behind each other, maybe about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Uh, Alexis has got to get to the boss trigger from out of bounds in order to skip the auto scroller.
My goodness, that has to be a near minute long hover.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
wild.
we clip into the boss room. And there we go. Uh,
Nice.
Very
Wow,
fun
good.
skip
Yeah, just kind of flying through the nothing.
as we see Earl head towards, oh, falling back into the level for a bit there.
Is there a certain height you need to reach before you can
Yeah,
move laterally again? Okay.
there's a little bit of a hump to get over there. Oh, I think Earl messed up a little bit on that skip there. We might have to end up doing the auto scroller. Um, that's all right.
I think they're just gonna try to hover from the front here.
Yeah, and we see Alexis using the gamma suit to hit all these buttons and activate
Hmm.
the pinball switch. Uh, if we didn't need this switch, if we didn't need the pinball to damage the boss here, we actually wouldn't have to get it at all, and we wouldn't have to get the gamma suit either.
Right.
Um,
Because you could just hover over all of those invisible
mhm,
platforms, or platforms that aren't there, rather.
mhm. Yeah, it looks like Earl's gotta load in this room again. And as Alexis opens up the pinball thing one more time to hit
Hmm.
Vicky a second time. And another thing to note is that the boss music is not happening. Uh,
Interesting.
Normally there's some really epic boss music that happens here as Earl goes
Yeah.
for the auto scroller skip.
Does the community know why there's no boss music or no?
We have only just figured this out, so I don't know why there's no boss skip. I think it's because we clip in from out of bounds.
I was gonna say, yeah. If you play it as you,
Oh,
if you play it as the developers intended, you would definitely get boss music.
and if
And
you
yeah,
did it the way
unfortunately, we're
most
seeing.
of us runners used to do it, we would definitely get the boss music. Probably the best track in the game, in my opinion. But and and I think sometimes it does happen the boss music, but
Yeah,
and
it's already an inconsistent game that, you know, the community here is breaking in half sometimes. So,
yeah.
and it looks like Earl was able to get in to the boss segment here with a little bit of time to
Don't
make up.
disrespect the music when you sprint and okay, I will admit that is also a good track.
Which track?
Uh, the uh, the running music when you're in Get a Clue.
Oh yeah. Well, Get a Clue is just like a great level, also.
This game is really cool about its tracks too, which when you're sprinting, you actually have a different track playing, which is really
Mm-hmm.
cool.
All right, Alexis was able to clean up that Mark Chan Vicky fight.
Yep, the weird European exchange student. Totally.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank God we don't have hot human Mark Chan.
Which one,
Might
the
have to
kid
see
or
this.
or the teenager?
The teenager. No, the blonde teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might see a rated T rating on this one.
Yeah. And we kind of jump on the edge here. Now we're in the final level actually, before the final boss level.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now Alexis has got to pick up these three yellow stars here to get the worst wish in the game. Um, because the banana launcher does not have any logic to it whatsoever. Sometimes you can. Why do you feel until that she makes European jokes? Oh no, that's a thing about Mark as a character in the show.
Yeah, that's canon.
Yeah.
Mark is a quote unquote European exchange student who
Yes.
crash lands in a junkyard, I believe.
Yeah.
Um,
He's actually an alien, but you know.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I want to make sure everyone gets the joke. He's an alien. It's not. He's not actually European. Um,
Yeah.
well, okay. I don't want to. He might be a little European. I'm not trying to erase anyone's history here.
His VA might be.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
um,
we see Earl cleaning up that boss fight as well.
and jumping into the same level,
Great escape.
and we wait for the monkey to get on this little pad here.
Which also in this game, relying on other AI to do things for you is just sometimes a huge headache. So
Yeah,
some
honestly,
of
the monkey AI isn't that bad. It's the shooting the bananas that's the problem. Oh, and Alexis missed all those bananas and has to go and get a refill of bananas. That's unfortunate.
ooh, yeah, it's a little bit of a time waste there, but that's all right. I think Alexis has some time to play with, but like you said, we are on our last level before the boss level, so everything that they don't land from this point out matters even more now. There's less opportunities to make up that time.
Yep. And we're gonna be uh, jumping in as Alexis kind of jumps on some kind of finicky collision here in order to get up
Mm-hmm.
on this this giant ape's foot. Um, Pound the cage there and get the next green star as we wait for the monkey butler to get in position for us to jump up to the last one. Uh, and we do one of the coolest skips in the game in just a second here. Normally, you have to go through this whole section with another wish in order to pound these two bananas at the top of the main room. But it was found that if you take damage and respawn after falling off of the wall, you kind of just have kind of like you're in a weird state where you're kind of just like floating upward, and
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of start floating downwards after your head hits the ceiling, and then if you jump again, you get a super jump.
Wow.
And
Just
then we
flatten
can
those arms.
yep, and we can jump on this, and this is the hardest part because normally this will kill a run if you fail this part of the skip. Built-in moon jump. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
Alexis missed. That's a little annoying, so she's gonna have to do moon jump one more time, giving Earl some a chance to catch up. Um,
Mm-hmm. I still think that she's got some time though to mess with.
yes.
I think if we see
Looks like
another.
Earl missed all the bananas as well.
Oh.
So
Well, what happens to one should happen to both. Not
yes.
really, but it did.
And we see Alexis set moon jump one more time.
Mm-hmm. I love how you get a little sneak preview of that with the little jump over that gap right there.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we're not even jumping. We just hold run. And
Right. Yeah.
your gravity is weird. And as we hit the next banana smell emitter, as Cosmo calls them, and we get ready to jump into the last level boss, um, the Ape King. Now the Ape King is a little weird. Um, because technically you're not supposed to be able to stay up on his platform. But
Mm-hmm.
if you can manage to damage him before he does the his whole knock you off his platform deal, you can actually cause him to go down again, and you can damage him again, which is really kind of finicky and is a little awkward in terms of runs because of how bad the banana launcher is. Looks like the Monkey Butler didn't go far enough forward for Earl there, so has to launch another banana.
Mm-hmm.
Earl's got to get some more bananas here. And as Alexis is finishing up this level, so we just gotta have to launch a banana here at the Ape King and climb up the vines and pound his butt and then get another banana ready to damage him as soon. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Uh,
So we gotta get some more bananas. And you can see some emulator texture glitches on Alexis's end there. That's
yeah.
just a thing that tends to happen with emulator sometimes. Anybody from my chat who's been around for long enough knows that that's happened quite a bit. Uh,
Is it ever enough to cause any problems in runs, or is it like
Not
mostly
really.
purely aesthetic?
Yeah, it's just texture glitches.
Okay.
And as we get the final bounce on the Ape King and head into the final boss, Earl's setting up for the jump across instead of having to do a second moon jump. So let's see
Mm-hmm.
if they can get that.
And we can see some of this camera manipulation to
Yep,
make this jump a little bit easier. And looks like they got it. Nice.
yep. As Earl goes into the final level boss and Alexis goes into the final boss. So this
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much wrapping up the race here because the final boss takes precisely 30 seconds to defeat. Um,
Yeah. Also, if anyone was sneering at my Kingdom Hearts reference earlier, I direct you to Shadow TV. Um, Yeah, fortunately, this final boss does not take much.
Yeah, you just gotta jump on a button, have the light go in his face, and then stomp on his foot while he's stunned. And Alexis finishes right now with a time of 47:29.
Alrighty, I will hop into Discord and let Earl know.
Yep. I think Earl's gonna want to at least try and finish out. So let me. You PB'd? That's great.
Nice.
All right. Let's. As Alexis watches the super glitchy emulator cutscene, Earl is going to finish up the Ape King fight here.
And I did notify Earl that
Yes.
Alexis was finished. I'm sure that they will see it after they have finished this boss.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Missed the second bounce by just a fraction, and went off.
Yeah. Also, congratulations on Alexis. That was
Yes,
a
yes,
good
that
race.
was
a
wonderful,
good
wonderful run.
And it's nice to be rewarded with a PB.
Yes.
Those always feel good. So congratulations.
And Earl going for the fast hit again, misses it just by a little bit. Not too bad. Finishes the Ape King up and goes into the final battle. So it looks like Earl's gonna finish out the run as well, which is pretty nice. Still
Which we
faster
might as well.
still faster than my PB. So
what is any percent? Or sorry, what is all level world record?
I don't remember. 44 or something.
Okay.
I can check for you in just a sec while we watch Earl finish up the run.
Yeah, we can also check after. I was just curious.
Yeah, I'll go look at that. Also, thank you for the follow install. I don't have notifications on this layout. 44:59.
Right.
Thank you, KZ. I knew it was somewhere around there.
All right, so only 2.5 off from Alexis there.
Yeah.
And per Earl, Alexis is a relatively newer runner at this game.
Yeah, which is
so
really good. Like just
yeah.
And
Yo,
Earl finishes
what's
with a
up?
time of 50:06.
Yo, good game, Alexis. I cannot fucking believe that I lost 2.5 minutes on Clue. Oh my god, dude.
Hang on, let me
that I lost 2.5
Yeah, that pinball section
let me
that you
mute
had there, Earl,
Earl's
that was rough.
stream.
Oh, sorry, was my mic was muted.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
it's muted now.
I'll just unmute Alexis' side so we can still get.
Gotcha.
Oh, I moved the layout over again. Whoops.
Yeah, that was honestly, besides
Maybe I should lower
like
this.
some minor mistakes in Dad's dream that lost me like 40 seconds, mainly a death, and then losing freaking 2 minutes to that stupid one room in Clue. That would have been like actually a really good PB for me. But yeah, I totally messed those up. What did Alexis end up going for?
What time? Or like
No, what what skips did they do?
pit skip, got 2 of the glider climbs. No, only got
Which
one
thought
of
they
them.
only got one of the glider climbs.
Yeah, Alexis only got 1. You got 2 of them. That's right.
Which one did they
Yeah.
get?
The first one.
The first one.
Oh, they went for the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I honestly I wasn't planning to go for that until I got into that room and I was like, fuck it, I feel pretty good. I think I can do it. And then if I had gotten the one in Olga, that would have been an IO world record.
That would have been great, but
Yeah, that was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, y'all were neck and neck for the first, I don't know, 2.5 levels
up until
of that.
Clue probably, or up until Dad's stream probably. for myself.
Yeah, I mean,
at least.
even when y'all diverged paths, you know, you were still getting through each level at roughly the same rate. So it was nice to see.
Yeah, I'm glad neither of us crashed or like fell out of bounds or anything like that. I'm glad we both like finished runs. Good for Alexis for getting a PB. What was Alexis's final time?
47:29.
Okay, nice.
2.5 minutes off world record, which is
Yeah. Then I mean, yeah, like if I hadn't lost 2 minutes in Clue because I forgot to press one of the fucking buttons, we would have been like within seconds.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm just like,
Oh.
I think Earl forgot to press a button there.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
I've never done that ever. I have never done that. I don't know how I did that. I know,
Hey, Earl,
like, I didn't notice until the cutscene didn't happen, and then I looked up and I was like, "Oh my god, I missed the third button, which is the only one I can't get to in time."
I saw your little Timmy do a little circle as if you were Timmy, just like, what happened? What,
Yeah, I was like, "What the
what
fuck?
am I doing?
What happened?" And then I was like, "Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me!" And then I also had that issue in the bookshelf room where I got that like glitched grab where it'll grab and then immediately like you just fall instead of pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
between those two issues in Clue, I was like, Alexis is gonna win. Like, there's no way I'm gonna win. Like, even with getting 2 glider climbs, I was like, I am not gonna win. It was very unfortunate, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that was actually my first ever finished run of all levels. I've practiced it all like a million times, but
no, this really came down to which runner was going to have a mistake first, and I think it ended up being you.
Yeah.
Y'all were both playing pretty solid, so
yeah, my dad's dream was pretty good, but I had that one really unfortunate death where I was doing the run jump over to the machine in the klaxon section.
Yeah.
And I fell, and that is one of the worst deaths in that entire section that you can have. It sets you back farther than any other death that you can do there. And I was like, of course it had to be here that I had to fuck up dad's dream. Like I got dad skip first try. I had no problem with the suit skips. Like got good cycles, and then like that happened, and I was like, damn. And it was all for naught.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where it was back and forth, and then right there in Clue is where it really went,
Yeah, or it went super south for me. And then I also had a little bit of trouble. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble spawning the boss area in Clue as well. I had to go for it like 3 times before I got it. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I was like.
Well, we saw that in the Vicky level. Were you having some problems getting that second what's the word I'm looking for?
The hover?
The second hover. Looked like you you kept falling back into the level.
Yeah, it was I kept like mistiming I missed the L button like twice because I have a band-aid on my index finger.
Oh.
And so my finger slid off the L button.
That's
sure.
And then so that happened like twice. And I was like, come on, man. This is dumb. Like, this is just because of my band-aid. But yeah, overall, it was like a pretty. But if I took Clue out of that, I would have been like very decently happy with that run. But yeah, that would have been like if I could have held it together in Clue, that would have been very close. I think. Because I was 2.5.
Like you guys were within 30 seconds of each other for most of that run.
Yes,
this was great.
And she beat me by 2.5 minutes, right? And I was 2 minutes and 24 seconds behind coming out of Clue.
Right.
So if I hadn't made that mistake in Clue, we would have been within like seconds of each other.
Yeah.
But that was definitely very close.
I mean, your run is still like 5 minutes better than my PB, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've just like I've grinded these out quite a few times, like all of these splits, and like everything up to the last 2 levels I know really well. But I did get turned around in Vicky. I don't know if you noticed, but because I've never done the route that I did in this run before.
Where you ran on top of the
yeah, where you go out of bounds.
Fell during the hover, yeah.
Yeah, so like Logan, you might not know this, but you know that auto scroller in Dad's Dream that's like a rail shooter?
Yes.
There is one of those that you're supposed to have to do for Vicky, but we can skip it.
Yes.
By doing that out of bounds.
Yes. Rose explained that to me.
Yeah, and so Rose
we just figured out like the route 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
Yeah, Yeah, you were like really grinding out the route, and then Alexis just like casually mentioned at one point, she was like, "Oh, by the way, you can skip the auto scroller," and we were like, "No, wait, what was that? Hold on." And then I found a setup for it after she explained like what she did to trigger it. And so this route where we get pinball gamma and then do the skip to the boss was like I had not done that before, and so when I
We're getting sorry, we're getting echo from Alexis's stream now. I gotta mute that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like I got turned around when I was trying to when I was doing the infinite hover to go to the boss battle
Right.
in Vicky, because I couldn't remember which way I had, like when I came out I was like, I don't know what orientation the room is in, and so I went up and I started going the wrong way and was like, wait, no, other way.
I did see that, but I didn't know if that was like invisible objects you were trying to maneuver around.
Yeah,
It kind
no,
of looked
that
like
was just me
Alexis
being
just hovered
confused.
high the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexis's sequence skip right there. That was very clean. Really, it was just a nice clean run from Alexis there. It was very good.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it was
definitely
pretty
a
good all
solid
around. It was
SLB.
nice to see some of the glider climbs on both sides.
Yep.
Good
Yeah, because we
to
got to
see.
see all but one of them.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we got to see Quint skip on your end.
Uh-huh. Oh, Quinn Squip was huge. That put you ahead so far at the very
Wait,
beginning.
Alexis got that time without Quint skip?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. If I had known I was that far ahead, I would not have gone for the glider climb. I thought I was going to be behind because my tutorial or my fairy world was awful. I ran around trying to get that stupid first
Oh
star
my
for like 20
goodness.
seconds.
You dove like 3 times in a row and missed.
I
It
know.
was so hard to watch.
I had so much trouble with stars in this run. I had trouble with stars in Dad's Dream and in Fairly Disastrous. That was
You got them all
ridiculous.
and take it on the chin. And honestly, I think take it on the chin is probably your best level. Like you played
Yeah.
it well, and I know that you grind that level. So
Yeah, that's my favorite level, and I have done a lot of grinding and glitch hunting on that level, so I have that one down pretty solid, like, especially all the stars. I have very good setups for all the stars for that level, but like Fairly Disastrous, that first star is kind of RNG because if you approach it the same way every time, it seems that sometimes it will run away and sometimes it doesn't. And so that time it ran away and it ran in a pattern that I didn't expect, and then it was like all bets were off. Like I didn't know where it was going to go. And so I was just trying to read the movements, but like those stars are programmed in a very tricky way. Like they're actually hard to collect.
I feel like there is a huge difference between chasing a star and intercepting a star. When
Yeah.
you're able to intercept a star in its path, you aren't chasing it for more than 3 seconds. But once you're on the chase, you're just
You're
sinking
wasting
time
time.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's why I
Like,
like the second star in Vicky Strikes Back. If you don't fall on that star, you are going to be wasting a minute trying to get that star.
yeah, what I found works is like just ground pound as close to it as possible and then
Yeah.
just spam dive and try to dive at it as fast as possible. And that seems to work most of the time, but like that jump is mostly blind.
Yeah.
So I was honestly pretty surprised I got that star as quickly as I did this time. That was like one of the first times I've actually got it without needing to chase that one around too.
Yes.
Oh, you would have fooled me.
Yes.
Yeah, those last two levels are fun. I'm definitely gonna play some more all levels and grind some more runs. I want to get like a good PB because I think I can get world record if I grind it out for like I don't know, like 2-3 weeks or something.
I think either of you could get world record, honestly.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, it's definitely
Much
up for
easier than I
grabs
could.
from both of
Much
us.
easier than I could.
It's like Alexis has just been like Alexis joined the community not that long ago and just has fucking flown through the leaderboard. Like their times just got good so quick. Yeah, the only thing is if Alexis gets world record on all levels, that will definitely spur conversation about emulator again, because on any percent we have restrictions for emulator in all levels. That I don't think there currently is any
No, not
restrictions for
currently.
emulator. But I know that I've talked to Jamaican Bacon about it, and like in order to keep the leaderboard fair, there should be a limitation on emulator for all categories except for probably ILs, because there's no load times in ILs and speed ups are very like very small in an IL run because it's very short. But like for a full level, especially for all levels, emulator is actually more of a problem than it is for any percent. because
Yeah.
there's more opportunity for speed up. And so we might end up I might talk to make Bacon do like a community vote or something, and we might just do something like, instead of making it where you can't submit, we might just make it where you have to add a certain amount of time to your submission in order to submit with emulator.
Something
Like whether
like 20, 30
whether it's like
seconds or something.
5 or 10 seconds or something.
I mean, yeah, so long as calculating the speed up isn't too hard, then I feel like that's like an easy fix.
Well, that's the thing, is the speed
Speed
up
up is random.
occurs randomly.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it would have to be a generous estimate, meaning that usually you would be playing at disadvantage on emulator, as
Right.
opposed to right now where emulator gets advantage due to bad emulation, basically. Um, yeah, Alexis said that Jamaican has told them that it needs to be limited, and yeah, I agree. No smite to anybody playing on emulator. Like, this game should be accessible, but it's also
Oh, absolutely.
fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily there's a lot of ways to play this game that aren't on emulator. For example, we do allow use of Nintendo, which is a USB loader for the Wii. You just have to add 22 seconds to your any % submission, and we'd have to calculate the time to add for all levels, but it'd probably be about 35 seconds. And that's just to compensate for load times, because it's not emulation, it's playing on hardware, but the load times are different because you're loading off of a USB drive instead of a disk. So it's like it's still like significantly faster, but yeah, but like I just use a GameCube and a disc, and then I use Swiss to like get my video output correct and stuff. So there's a lot of ways to do it, but unfortunately, any way that's not an emulator, you still gotta buy shit.
Yeah, I've only ever I've always said that I only plan on running emulator until I have the resources to be able to play on physical, you know, like
Yeah, no, yeah, I remember
capture
you've said that a
equipment.
number of times.
Like,
yeah,
I fully plan on getting a bunch of capture equipment and stuff, because there's a bunch of other games I want to run as well that are restricted for emulator. So
Also, just a quick suggestion, that could potentially be a cool community charity stream, raising money so that some of the top runners can actually afford hardware. Because I think if the community pools their money together, then
I
it's not
wouldn't
that
say
big
I'm
of
a
an
top
expense.
runner. So
Well, for sure, but I mean, if we have Alexis over here who's, knocking on the door of getting world record, it would be nice if they could get some hardware. And
yeah.
doing that all
part
on
of
your
the
own,
hard
that
thing
could be
with
tricky.
Alexis is that Alexis is currently in Chile.
Ah.
And so getting hardware there would be a little bit, I believe, a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know what region Chile is in. If it is in the PAL region, then they would need to import a console, which would be very expensive. I
Ooh,
believe that they said they are coming back to the US, though. I'm not sure on that. They'll have to confirm.
Is that the last run we're doing today for race wise?
Oh no, Alexa said they are in the US. Okay, I think they told me previously that they were in Chile. Because their speedrun.com profile says they're in Chile. So I was wrong. They are back in the US. But yeah, I think we're just gonna do the best of one just because of how long this run is.
Yeah.
Rose, I wanted to thank you so much for restreaming and doing commentary and Snarky.
Yes.
Thank you for joining in at like the last minute to do
Yes,
commentary.
thank you for adding some color. That was very helpful. I could
I'm so
not have
glad.
thought of things to talk about for the entirety of that run.
Oh, that's like all I'm good for. All right.
That's not true.
Snarky makes a good commentary companion because even if they don't know the game, they can still like carry the conversation, and that's always helpful. Especially like doing commentary by yourself for a run that's an hour long gets exhausting.
Especially when you're trying to keep track of two different runs at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a lot of that for a Kirby marathon that I did like tons of commentary for, and it was a 25-minute speed run, but it was best of 3. So sometimes it would go like an hour and a half long, and I'd be the only commentator. And it was just like by the end of the 3rd game, I was like, I need a nap. Like, I'm exhausted.
Earl was employing my whole house for that. Like, my roommates were coming to Earl's house during that and like doing co-commentary. Yeah. And then I would show up the next day and then I would do co-commentary. It was great.
Yeah. We had like no commentators, and so I was just like hitting up all my IRL friends and was like, yo, come over and just like sit next to me and we'll commentate. And it was hella fun.
Yeah.
But thank you everybody in chat for stopping by and checking out this amazing speed game race that we had going on today.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you so much, chat. Also,
Uh,
I'm so sorry. What was the name for the submission that you're doing? What is that event?
Oh
yes.
yes. So the reason we did this race today is because we are submitting the VOD for this as to the Horrible Games Marathon, which is in November. I believe it's in the 26th. It's on Horrible Games Marathon is on speedrun.com, also on like Discord and stuff. But it's horror games and horrible games. And so I'm actually on staff for that marathon as well. I don't worry, I won't be grading my own submission. Someone else will grade mine. But if you run a horror game or a horrible game, you should submit because we're looking for to get some more submissions in so we can fill out possibly a third day instead of just doing 2 days.
Do you have a link to that we could maybe
Yeah, I
throw
was
in some
just gonna look
chats?
that up.
Install
Cool.
going, oh, I smell cheating.
Oh yeah, some inside bias going on here.
Just a bit.
Okay, here we go. Yep, horrible games. Yep, it is. So it is. I'm sorry. It is running on the 6th of November, not the 26th.
Do you
Okay, I was
have
gonna
a
say
link
that's
for
awfully
that?
close to
So
Thanksgiving.
do you have a link for a website to that so I can post it in chat? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I tried to.
Yeah,
But I
only
forgot
I
you
can
have
post
links
links.
disabled.
Only I can post links. So that's what I
Yeah,
was trying to
here.
do.
No, good
Here you
move.
go. I
Good
posted
move.
it in chat. LOL. That was pretty goofy. Yeah, I totally forgot that you have links disabled. I have degenerate chat on, so basically you can post whatever you want because
Yeah.
I don't ever get more than 3 people at a time, so it's very easy to ban people.
Yeah, I have links off because I've had a couple of issues in the past. So
Yeah, no,
I have
you actually have people that watch you, so you should keep them off.
this is the
I
most
turn links
viewers I've
off because
had
my
since
mom
my
watches
birthday
my stream.
stream. So I don't know about that.
Oh hey, I mean races draw people in. I love watching races. Whenever I see a race on speed gaming or something, I try to check it
Same.
out.
I don't have face cam on for you install, but I can give Pikachu a hug anyways.
Yeah,
Pikachu's getting the
Snarky
hug.
Rose has like a Twitch point reward that's give Pikachu a hug, and she has like a Pikachu plush.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's I thought that was a cute idea for the Twitch points. By the way, I meant to mention that before.
Yeah.
That's an original one.
Pikachu gets the big hug.
There you go. It was worth it. Install.
Always. It's always worth it.
Yes. But yeah, I don't want to keep you terribly long, Rose. I'm sure you have other things going on, but I really do appreciate you helping us out with the restream and everything.
Yes, and thank you everybody in chat for stopping by. If you missed any part of this race, the entire VOD will be on YouTube tomorrow. On
Nice.
my YouTube, youtube.com/rebelrose. So yeah.
Awesome.
Which also, shout outs, go subscribe.
Oh yeah, go sub to Rose. Obviously, if you're not already.
Follow these two wonderful runners as well, Alexis and EarllGray.
Yep.
Their names
Yeah,
are at the top of the screen. So
yep, I'm
feel
just
free to look them up.
/EarllGray and Alexis is /Alexis, and then I'm also on YouTube, but I mostly just post PB videos and new glitches and like just kind of random stuff here and there. It's not huge for me. I mostly focus on Twitch.
And I don't stream. I'm only on Twitter. And my Twitter is same out here, so at @snarkybuttmunch.
Yeah, check out Snarky on Twitter. They're a goof.
Big old goof.
But
All right, yes, but thank you everybody in chat. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here. Thank you all so much. Wait, what? Are you talking about Snarky Butt Munch on Twitter?
yeah, Snarky Butt Munch is the our co-commentator for now.
Yes.
Yes. Also, it was a pleasure and an honor to do co-commentary on this. To live in the shadow of Rose was fantastic.
You're not in my shadow. Never
Despite
heard
it being
that
a
one
shadow,
before.
provided a bunch of warmth.
Yeah,
yeah,
that right there.
It was great time. Thank you all for hanging and making this possible. It's not nearly as fun if it's just me and Alexis, so thank you.
Yes. It was a wonderful experience. This is the first time I've done any kind of casting of a stream on my channel, so this is
Mhm.
This was a wonderful experience, and I hope we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. I'm hoping we can get some more races being a more common thing in the community, and maybe get some more going. And we'll get everybody acquainted with using like SRL, which is Speedruns Live, which helps with like countdowns and stuff like that. They have like bots for everything and whatnot. So we'll work on just getting our races to be a little more I don't know, like official. And hopefully we can get some more soon. And Rose, hopefully we'll get some races with you soon.
Yeah,
Now that
maybe.
you're grinding.
Yeah, now that I've taken care of the lag issue.
Oh, one more thing that we should post before we go is Rose, can you post an invite for the Discord server
Yeah, for the
for
for the
FOPS?
for the FOPS Discord. Yes, I will do that. Let me get an invite.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
like we already had one new person join the Discord actually, I think from watching the race. So
that's great.
figure that might be a good thing
Yes,
to post.
invite, uh, copy. All right, this is a temporary invite to the Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown Discord server. So
Yeah,
feel free to
come
join
hang
that
out with us.
if you guys want to come hang out, if you want to learn to run the game.
Or if you just want to do like some glitch hunting or like just hang out and chat
Yeah,
about
we
Fairly
have
Odd
we have a
Parents, like
bunch of people who don't even who have never even done. I'm pretty sure Jamaican has never even done a run and is the primary mod
it
for
has.
the
It's
speed
just
run.
been like 5 years.
Uh,
But
okay.
also, it's a good casual game. Like it's a
Yes,
fine, fun casual game to
this game
play.
was super fun casually,
Yeah. Oh,
especially at
yo, Install
100%.
joined us in Discord. Thanks, Install.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
But
we'll talk
yeah,
to you more there.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the stream now. Thank you again, everybody who showed up. And I will see you guys on my next stream on probably Wednesday, when I'm gonna probably start my casual playthrough of Spyro 2. So
Oh, fun.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, don't want to miss that.
All right.
Bye
Goodbye,
everybody.
all.
I'm gonna
Good night,
end
everybody.
the stream.